Hey, it's Emmy, and as some of you guys may know, I just passed my real estate exam. I am officially a salesperson of California for real estate. And in this video, I wanted to kind of go over what classes I took, where I took them, how long it took to study, and pretty much just like my journey of getting my license because a lot of my friends and people around have been asking me these questions. So let's get started. The classes that I took are actually completely online, and it is from this company called the CE Shop. As you can see, it's like a pretty neat site, and you can either click real estate or mortgage, choose your state, what you want to do. So they have pre-licensing, exam prep, and continuing education. So you do have to get your real estate license renewed every few years. And yeah, so I pretty much just got pre-licensing and for my sales license, and they pretty much give you these package deals of what they offer. And I think I got the standard package, and this is completely affordable. It's like 3 classes for $159. Like, yo, so much cheaper than any tuition that I have ever been through. So I graduated from UCSB with a bachelor's degree in statistical science, and every single class was hundreds and hundreds of dollars, not to mention, living expenses and commute, etc. And yeah, so I pretty much just got it from here, and let me show you guys also like what it looks like. So the 3 classes, I also have a referral club. I'm gonna just like copy the link, whatever. I have to enter my email. Give 35% up to $25. So yeah, if I ever want a discount, I guess, but I don't know, whatever. So if you can get a discount from here. So I can just like insert my email, send email, no email, copy. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna definitely put the link down below. Let me make a note of this. Sticky notes. Yeah, basically I went through the 3 45-hour courses for principal, practice, and finance. They're actually pretty thorough and go through section by section, and you have to pass a bunch of quizzes in order to move on with the class, like pretty much throughout. And so, for example, the real estate principles course, there is 19 different sections, and within each section there are a few units, and within each unit there are several lessons depending on the topic. And it's pretty organized and straightforward, and you can also like highlight what you don't really get, so you can like star things, favorite things that you want to go over again. And I think this is like a pretty intuitive website, and I actually prefer online classes over in person or like live lectures, because when it comes to being in person or live lectures, I feel like there's certain materials that you may not catch or like write notes fast enough, whereas like everything, all the information is here. I know some people prefer more interactive classes, but for me, like having my own schedule and be able to like go through these whenever really worked well for me. Let's see. After you take the 3 classes, they give you certificates that are pretty much valid through the DRE, which is like the official website that deals with real estate exams. It's like a government official website. And so if I go home, let me go back. How do I go back? It's not letting me. So if I go back, so there's 3 different certificates that I've gotten from completing the course, and you can just submit that to the DRE website. So let's go over what you need to become a real estate agent. So for the salesperson exam, the education requirements are to be at least 18 years old, preferably a Californian resident, and if you're not, you can click the out-of-state link. You have to successfully complete the 3 courses, 45 hours of principles, practice, and any of the courses below. You just need fingerprints, background check, and submission of all fees. So the fees are around $200 in order to take the exam in the first place. So for broker pre-licensing education is a little more. I'm thinking about getting my broker's license next, because right now I'm really iffy on like who I should employ as a broker or work under as a broker, and I have to do like a ton of interviews, and I just am not sure if I'm making the right decision at like any point in time. And that was my reasoning for getting my real estate license in the first place, because I just couldn't find a lot of real estate agents around who are like truly passionate about helping. Not to say they're not out there, but it was just difficult for me personally with my needs, and especially as a creator, like as a self-employed person, it's just like you need a little bit more extra steps and just more attention when it comes to being able to purchase a property. Anyway, so since this is about like a real estate like salesperson exam, we'll focus on that. Basically, after I took the classes, there are several other courses that the CE Shop offers, which includes, exam prep, building your sphere, which is really important. You have to, pretty much get your own gang, like get people connected with you who are loan officers, brokers, developers, etc. I might still go back and check it out and see like what they're trying to explain, but my main goal after finishing classes was just to pass the exam, so I didn't really check those out, like, building a real estate business. I'm like, not yet. If I don't have the license, then like all of this is useless. But after, like this week or so, I'm probably gonna really look into all of this. So I'm also waiting for my license to officially be like approved and like shipped to me to be licensed. So then there's also, a salesperson exam PrepAgent, which gives you a ton of practice exams. However, what I found more helpful was this site called PrepAgent when it comes to studying for the real estate exam. So for PrepAgent, they pretty much have tons and tons of different exam problems where they give you, instead of like entire practice exams, they kind of give you a series of questions and they tell you immediately if you got it right or wrong, and then give you the explanation for it. And they also have an account here. Let me sign in. So not only do they have practice exams, they also have exam prep videos, audio lessons, flashcards, ebooks, webinars. So what I watched and used the most were exam prep videos, audio lessons, and practice exams. For audio lessons, I was able to listen to it, like when I'm driving, when I'm working out, and things like that. Practice exams, it's really convenient to even just like look at it on a phone. So a lot of times when I'm just like really tired, like I don't feel like going to a computer or anything or like write anything down, I'm just on my phone, like looking at all the problems and just, going through it. I actually didn't take all that many. I only took 4 different sections and I didn't even complete them. But I pretty much went over, tons of different questions, and these are pretty, as you can see, like every time I took an exam, so right here it says, I got 63%, and the second time I took it, I got 77, and then third time 86, fourth time 94. So in order for you to pass the real estate exam, you have to have at least 70%, and PrepAgent recommends you to have around like 80% to move on to a different category. Good thing about the Californian real estate licensing test is that there's no math whatsoever, which actually I'm kind of disappointed because I really like math and like actuary stuff, but yeah, it's a lot easier than different states that require math. What else? So not only do they have this website, they also have a Facebook group that's for prep agents, for people who are preparing for the exam. And in the group, it's very extremely supportive. Like if you have any question, any pretty much thought, you can post in there, and people are extremely helpful. But also this group kind of scared me because there's a ton of people that post about how they've taken the exam like 9 times and they still haven't passed. I'm like, oh my god. Like, and people who say like, oh, PrepAgent was useless because none of the questions were on the exam, which was kind of true. There was only like 2 to 3 questions that I saw that was actually on the exam, but the practice exams helped me tremendously because I learned a shit ton of concepts. Like, they're not worded exactly like that, but being able to understand, having like to read through the explanations of what's right and wrong, like really helps. Yeah, so the one thing that's a con about the CE shop is that it doesn't have all the broker licensing classes. It only has the 3, which I guess you still need it to become a broker, but I am looking into a different company in order to, I think Allied Schools, in order to complete my other 5 classes before I take the broker exam. And yeah, so as for studying, I took the classes over the summer of 2021 and I completed them around, I would say, August or September. But then there's a series of life events that happened where I had to move and like do a lot of different work, where I pretty much scheduled the exam for February 18th was my exam. They also just don't have that many available options when it comes to taking the exam. I live in Los Angeles and I had to drive to San Diego for it because LA only had around like a couple days of offers per month, and I just wanted to, per every 2 months I would say, because if they had available in February I probably would have taken it in LA. But San Diego's testing facility was amazing, lots of parking, very spacious, like stress-free. The exam experience was also pretty good. So they make you turn your phone off before like you even head into the building, and then they kind of like check your arms, see if you have anything written on them. You put all your stuff in the locker and you get like a mouse, and all the exam like computers are like below the desk. It's like a see-through desk almost, and then you like kind of just click through it. The entire thing is digital. They also give you like a little whiteboard with expo marker and a calculator, but I didn't need that at all throughout the whole exam. So for studying, I pretty much just hardcore studied for about a week straight. I didn't have to take months or anything, but I'm also kind of just a procrastinator. I've always studied like that throughout school. Like if there's a final exam coming up, I would just cram at the library for like 40 hours straight, for example. But I would say the difficulty is, compared to like a college exam, it's not extremely difficult. There's 150 questions total, all multiple choice, and yeah, I don't think it is like very impossible. Keep in mind that you only need to graduate high school to become a real estate agent, and it's out of just 3 classes. Usually when you take like a final exam, there's just tons of topics. And yeah, but the way that I'm comparing it is probably very subjective. I don't know if a lot of people feel the same way that I do, but yeah, I think it's totally doable as long as you put in some work for it and really just, I don't know, memorize the information. A lot of information in vocab is actually very interesting too. I kind of want to start making little like videos, real estate videos here and there, just explaining like what laws are in place to do what specifically, and the corruption, and also, you know, loopholes in real estate. There's a ton of loopholes. And also I feel like I just recommend everybody to get their real estate license, because honestly, why not? And you just will be able to know so much more about real estate in general, and we kind of like depend on real estate to live and survive. You'll be able to access the MLS, which is a listing service that's only available to people who are licensed, which is also kind of like, wow, really? That you can't really see as many listings on, say, websites like Zillow and apartments.com, whatever. And yeah, you can see like everything on the MLS. So I guess this kind of concludes today's video. I just kind of want to make like a really fast thing explaining that I passed my real estate exam, so now I'm gonna become an agent. I'm looking into a couple different brokerages. Both of them are my friends, so I'm gonna like interview them first, and then after them, if they don't really meet all the needs that I'm looking for, I'm probably gonna interview around my local Hollywood area for like the bigger brokerages, but I don't know if I'll get in. I think they're gonna be super picky and stuff. I'm probably gonna have to do bitch work for a while, but we will see. And yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I'm super excited for real estate stuff. Ask me any questions in the comments, and I will see you all some other time. Probably gonna stream sometime this week. I am a Twitch streamer and I stream. I don't have a solid schedule right now, but I'm just on from time to time, and yeah, socials are below. Yeah. Thanks for watching.